with great people like this fantastic lady in front of all of us. And like I said, Kattina, that's from childhood. I can't help it. You need to come back one day because I truly mean it. Your life story, to me, knowing you forever, I think is an inspiration from me. From me. I can't speak to nobody else. That's why I'm so proud of you. And I want people to understand why I say what I say to you in public and off air. I say it off air, but I say it in public. And even when you're not here as well, that I'm very proud of you. Knowing the transitions and the roads that the path that you made to where you are today is truly inspirational. Truly inspirational.
All because and only because of God, with whom all things are possible.
Yeah.
Because the day will come and I will come and sit on the show, as I promised that I would. And I will share it with the greater population of the country and those who are even tuning in overseas, so they can understand really, what this is really all about. Because what they see today didn't exist before.
Correct.
Who I am, I never was. And who I was, I no longer am. But that's only because of Christ in me. So I tried for decades and I couldn't get it right. And one day I was walking on a road in Birch Tree Hill and I submitted my will to God. And from then until now, my life has never been the same. It's been on an upward trajectory. I have no need.
Wow.
And it's just what you see is, as people will say, the glory of God. And I was not able to do it on my own. And, there are a lot of people who want to dismiss the existence of God. And there are a lot of people who tell people, oh, you can do it on your own and you can do whatever you want to do and so on and so forth. You're wrong on all three of those things. There is a God. He is able to save. You can't do it on your own. You need to have Christ in you. It is possible. Redemption is possible. Jesus Christ loves each and every one of us. He came, he died. Listen, I wasn't born until the year 1971. Christ was crucified centuries before that. And, before God formed me in my mother's womb, he had a plan, a purpose for me, right? Christ died so that plan and that purpose could come to life, could come to fruition. He knew that I was going to make a lot of horrible mistakes. He knew I was going to do a lot of things wrong. And he said, listen, I'm going to shed my blood. I'm going to allow my blood to be shed so that she can be redeemed. I wasn't able to do that. I wasn't able to redeem myself. The power did not exist in me to redeem myself. My redemption came from Christ. And from the time that I submitted my will to Christ, my life has never been the same. The things I used to do, I don't do anymore. The places I used to go, I don't go there anymore. And one of these days, I don't know how the story is going to end, but one of these days, Christ is going to come for me. One of these days, Christ is going to come for me. And until that day comes, I'm just going to serve him with every bit of my being. And
doesn't give
if
you
there's
a fear.
anything that
Doesn't give you a spirit of fear at all. As my father used to say, God doesn't give you a spirit of fear.
No. As a matter of fact, I live with anticipation. I know that today is not the day that Christ is going to roll the heavens back. Because the prophecies have not all fulfilled. We haven't reached the point of desperation and tribulation that the Bible proclaims will happen. So I know that today is not the day that he's going to come. Maybe he will come for me individually. Maybe today is the day that I will be blessed so much to depart from this world. Because to be absent in this world is to be present with Christ, But I don't have a fear. I lived in fear before. I was afraid walking on the road that a car was going to strike me down and I was going to die and I was going to go to hell, I was afraid that I was going to end up dying with the next smoke or coke that I consumed. But since I received Christ, I don't have those fears anymore. Death is no longer a fear. You know, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. I remember hearing that and singing that song, and you know, acknowledging that I didn't want to die. And while it's not at the top of my list of things to do right now, because I have a lot of work to do, right? It is not something that I any longer fear, because I know that I am redeemed. I know that I've been salvaged by Christ. And I know that at the end of this journey here on earth, there's eternity. And I have chosen eternity in heaven instead of eternity in hell. One thing is for certain in this existence here on this earth is that you're going to hit one of two places. You're either going to heaven or you're going to hell. And you make that decision while you're alive here. The thing about it is this. We don't know when life on this earth ends. It could be in the next moment. I'm not guaranteed I'm going to get up out of this chair. It could be the coroner's van that comes and takes me out of this building. I don't know that, you know. Neither does anyone else in the rest of this world. And I remember even when my father was sick. My father was sick for years, and he laid on the bed for years. But when that final moment came, nobody was really prepared for it, even though we had anticipated it for so long.
You never really are.
Exactly. But we have the opportunity to prepare our souls for our final destination, because it's only going to be one of two places. And one thing is for certain, wherever you will end, that is final. So I'm happy to Jesus Christ today that I am redeemed, you know. And I will come back and I will share that story, because a lot of people need to know that redemption is possible, that there is hope each and every day with redemption, you know. So
No, you, no joke. You encourage me. You truly do.
Thank you.
You really do. You're inspiring
all the glory
me.
to God.
And just to see that there is, no one should ever be cut off and castigated and not afforded an opportunity to redeem themselves, even by us, because there's always hope, and you are a walking, living example to me to that end. So I
Amen.
guess